City Decoded. I am your host, Sophia Turner. Welcome back to my podcast. Today's date is February the 6th, and we will be discussing Black History Month. I'm gonna give you a little backstory to what was the original name for it and the origins of who created Black History Month. Okay, so this is episode number 6. Black History Month was started in the United States but recognized by Ireland, Canada, and United Kingdom. The original name was Negro History Week. It was started in 1926 by Dr. Carter Godwin Woodson. Dr. Carter G. Woodson was born December 19th, 1875. He was the 4th child out of 9. He was born in New Canton, Virginia. And he was born to parents who were enslaved. Woodson grew up in the Reconstruction era in the late 19th century. Reconstruction era was the period after the American Civil War from 1865 to 1877. Okay, Woodson was an American historian. He was an author. He was a journalist. And he also was the founder of the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, which later became the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Woodson contended that the teaching of Black history was essential to ensure the physical and intellectual survival of the race within broader society. Okay? But Black History Week, which is Negro History Week, was received in a lukewarm manner at first. But it gained support from departments of education in Delaware, West Virginia, and North Carolina. Also, the city schools administrations in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Okay, it gained that support from those 5 different states. The Journal of Negro History, that's the name of the literature that he wants to house this information. Okay, and that was in 1929. Okay, where you had churches, you had the mainstream, you had black press, and you had State's Department of Education who helped to disseminate this literature to get it out there. Okay, Black History Month was first proposed by black educators and the Black United Students at Kent State University. Okay, later Kent State, which in February of 1969. Okay, but later Kent State celebrated Black History Month from January 2nd to February 28th of 1970. Okay, and then 6 years later, Black History Month was being celebrated all across the country in educational institutions, centers of black culture, and community centers, both great and small. So, when President at the time, Gerald Ford, recognized Black History Month in 1976 during the United States bicentennial. So Carter G. Woodson was a black man, and he helped to what you would say, he helped to enlighten, inform, educate everyone on the contribution that black people have made in this country, have given to this country. You know, he didn't have to, but he felt that it was needed. So he went on and made sure he made it happen. You know, he was a scholar. Yes, he attended, different universities, received his PhD. He was the second one to receive his PhD at Harvard Law School, at Harvard University. The second to W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois was the first black person to receive a PhD. And Carter G. Woodson was the second at Harvard. He was a teacher. He was a professor. And he has worked at Howard University. He was a dean. He has, it's just so many things about him that is so great. And I believe that everyone should know who he is. So please, by all means, take the time out. If you don't know who he is, take the time out to learn and read up on Carter G. Woodson. He has made a huge impact on our lives when it comes down to us and our contributions to this world, which helps to give us voice. It helps us to sit at the table, so, and take us serious. Because we are doctors, lawyers, teachers, we are those things too, executive board members, owners, entrepreneurs, scientists, anything you can name. We are that as well, just like any other race. So, he gave us a great gift with this creation. So he should be recognized for it, and everyone should know who he is. So that's my take on that. And I just want everyone to know that so let's get back into it. I can keep on speaking on my personal feelings, but I know y'all may don't mind that, because that's letting you know where I stand when it comes down to the topics that I discuss. But I also just want to make sure I stay on point and keep y'all informed on the topic, so you will have a better understanding to why I'm presenting this topic to you. Okay, so Negro History Week was first announced the second week of February. Okay, and the reason for this was because the black community since the late 19th century has been celebrating Abraham Lincoln, whose birthday is February 12th, and Frederick Douglass, whose birthday is February 14th. They've been celebrating them since the late 19th century. So that's the reason why Negro History Week was put as the second week of February to be acknowledged and celebrated. Okay? And it was just important to Mr. Woodson when it come down for us to be, received recognition and of our importance and our contributions. So, if there's anything you want to leave in my message, you can leave me a message Um, and you can please like and subscribe and share if you can. That would be great. But I just think that it's important for us to recognize the importance of Black History Month. Now, I know I'm Black, and I've been Black for, a long, long time. I'm Black 365 days out of the year, and I have a few decades under my belt. So 1 month is, not good enough, but it's a start. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. So he started it with Negro History Week, Mr. Woodson did. And then at Kent University, they started Black History Month. So eventually, we can make it to a whole year of celebration. It should be taught year round. It should not just be taught 1 month. 1 month is not good enough, but it is a start. And you definitely need to start somewhere. So I hope everyone, all the parents out there are, taking the time to talk about Black History Month with their children. Giving them a little, history lessons on some of our inventors, anyone who has contributed to society as a whole that's Black. It's a lot of them. It's a whole lot. Some, I'm sure I don't even know the names. I'm like, you tell me, you say, do you know who such and such is? I'll probably say no. Because when I was growing up, Black History Month, I didn't know nothing about Black History Month. I really didn't. And until I think when I really started hearing more of Black History Month, I think maybe, not so much, I don't remember so much in elementary school, but maybe junior high. And it wasn't, Carter G. Woodson, I didn't know of Carter G. Woodson. I've seen certain photos that the teachers may have had on their walls around the classroom. Mary Beth McThune, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, even maybe Miss Ida B. Wells. I mean, the list goes on and on, but there are certain ones that I still don't know. I have to continue to read up on and learn about. And I think it's important for us to know our history. It's important for us to know where we come from. It's important for us to know what we have contributed to this society and what we keep on contributing to this society. And great people is not just in our past, it's also in our present and will be in our future. So it's important for us to know our history. That's all I'm going to keep saying. So thank you for tuning in. And I hope that you please, again, like, subscribe, and share if you can. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this topic. Let me know if maybe you have already, shared with your children of what this month means to us as a people. And throw some names in there that you know that has contributed to Black history. Maybe that will help me to learn more about it myself. With, as far as, so many of them. And I would definitely respond back to let you know if I've heard of this person, and if I haven't, I definitely will notate that as well, and let you know I'm definitely going to read up on them. So I really, really would love for any feedback from everyone out there, and I appreciate you tuning in. Until next week, this is Charm City Decoded. I am your host, Sophia Turner, and I bid you good night.